Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have two confessions. One of them's more embarrassing than the other one, okay? The first one is that I haven't washed my daily in a few weeks. And for those of you that don't know, I have a 2020 Toyota Camry XSE. She's completely stock, by the way. And I used to maintain her so nice. I used to wash her like every week, and now that I have two cars, like I don't have time to wash both of them. So I figured, you know what, she is in need of some TLC. And I have another confession that like I'm very embarrassed about. It is that I've never ever cleaned her engine bay. So I figured today's the day where I kind of show you guys how bad it is. And don't come at me, okay, for not doing it the proper way or using different products. Like, I did a little bit of research. I'm still new to this, okay, but I figured now that, you know, I'm getting obviously way more into like detailing and learning about that, I figured that I'd give it a shot. So yeah, let's go into showing you guys how bad my daily is. I will say though, the inside is not as bad as the outside. So yeah. This is so embarrassing. I'm so sorry, Pearl. I'm sorry. We will get you cleaned up, I promise. So this is what we are working with. This is 4 years of grime, and apologies for the neighbor's dog. But yeah, this is what we are working with. So I'm gonna start with cleaning the engine bay first, so that way it can air dry afterwards. And look how bad the hood is. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's get started and I'll share with you guys the products that I'm using. I did a little bit of research and a lot of people were actually recommending to use Simple Green, so I'm gonna give that a try. Also, I got some gloves, brushes, and I wanted to look for some type of like vinyl plastic rubber protectant. So I'm gonna give this one a try today. And I just got like a little applicator so we can do that afterwards. But yeah, so first thing that I want to do is kind of brush off some of the dust and get rid of any debris. So let's go ahead and do that. Now that I've brushed off as much of the dirt as I can reach, I'm gonna use the other side of the vacuum to kind of gently blow off any other debris that I might have missed. Again, this isn't gonna be like 100% perfect. I'm trying my best. It's my first time and maybe I'm just missing some of the tools, but hey, we're gonna work with what we got. That worked out a whole lot better than I was anticipating. It doesn't look as bad now, but we're making progress. And I did dilute the Simple Green with water, so a 1-to-1 ratio. And I did buy separate like microfiber cloths just because I didn't want to use the ones that I use to kind of dry the cars. Normally, I don't like to mix my rags for like drying the car and the wheels. So I just bought some white ones. So don't kill me, okay? This is what we're working with. And I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want to see how dirty the cloth gets. I know it's going to turn green a little bit right now, but yeah, so let's get started. What I'm going to do is kind of just damp the cloth with the Simple Green and try to rub off as much as I can. I'm scared to, like, I noticed that a lot of people will use like a hose or pressure washer to hose down the whole engine bay. I'm too scared to do that. So I'm just gonna use like a damp cloth and work my way around. I just think it's a little bit safer. I don't want to ruin anything, but yeah, so let's get started with that. It is clearly the next day because it started getting a little windy, and I'm kind of glad that like we have a little bit of marine layer today. So let's get started on the wheels. So I'm gonna use the 2 bucket method, but I'm gonna have to wash her twice for sure. I love doing wheels. I just hate how long the process takes and like trying to rush to dry them. So whenever I wash my car, I try to keep the wheels soaked so that way I can minimize the watermarks. I know it's inevitable, but hey, I'm trying my best, okay? Also, don't forget to do your trunk. Most of the time, I'll just grab like a wet rag to wipe down my seats. I don't like it when it has like that feeling of, I don't know, like residue. I will use it sometimes just to kind of help condition it, but try not to use it too often. And I figured out that like, even if you just use this, it should be good enough. There is one thing that drives me crazy, and oh look, my hair, is the dust. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, my interior isn't that bad. It just needs a little bit of wiping down because sometimes I like to drive with the windows down and it gets a little dusty in here. But it is nothing compared to how bad it is outside. I might do a little bit of a light vacuuming because, yeah, there's a little bit of things in here. But yeah, I'm telling you, like, my interior looks brand new. This been missing. Let me show you guys how I take off the foundation and any makeup that's on my visor. This one also has some up here. So here's what I like to do to kind of clean this up. What you're gonna need is 2 damp cloths and some dish soap. I like to use Dawn, and you're only gonna need a little bit, okay? Even like that's too much, like you might only need half of it, so I'll just like spread it to a different spot, okay? So that way you know exactly where the soap is. So you're gonna take the clean damp cloth and you're just gonna like pat it around the area. So just kind of damp the whole area. What you're gonna try and do is like blend out the spot. Like, I don't know if you guys ever like try to spot clean something and it's completely noticeable. So what I do is kind of damp the entire area, and I'll show you guys what I like to do. This is what we're working with. Now we're gonna take the cloth with a little bit of dish soap and you're gonna go right on that little spot. So you see how it's white? That's how you basically want it. And what you're gonna do is just kind of just blend it out. And then you're gonna take the clean rag, all right? And you're gonna wipe it, okay? Basically, you wanna blend out the soap. You don't wanna make it look like that. Like if you stop there, I guarantee you it's gonna look like you left soap in one spot. So you wanna keep blending that out. I don't know about you guys, but it definitely took off whatever black either eyeliner or mascara that I had there. And just keep blending that out. With a clean rag, keep wiping the area down. You see? All right, so I'm gonna finish doing the rest and I'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards. And this is what we're working with. So I just did this entire panel, and even though it's still damp, you're just gonna let it air dry, so just leave it down. I also had some makeup up here, and all I did was just damp the whole area, and I try to blend out wherever the water was, so that way when it dries up you don't have any like marks or any splotches anywhere. So it got rid of all the makeup that I wanted to get off, so all we need to do is let this air dry. So that's how I take off makeup from my sun visors. All that's left to do is tire shine and throw the towels in the washer. Now this is a makeup setting spray that is empty, and I just put my tire shine in this because I just prefer holding a smaller bottle, and I feel like I just have more control of the product spraying it on here. I like to do a little bit at a time and keep applying more rather than like spraying it everywhere. But yeah, my tires look kind of bad, I'm not even gonna lie. So I just spray as I go, and I try to really work it in. Also, I feel like by doing it this way, I prevent kind of like the black little splatters on the fender, especially with the white car. I feel like that's not a cute thing, but this is just how I learned to apply it. And then what I like to do is spray some at the very edge, and then I can get the inside of this. Same thing on the other end, and I can get this side. I feel like it makes a difference. There we go. Now you guys see why it takes me so long to detail my car. I definitely need to do like a decontamination one of these days on her. She doesn't have PPF, but this is as good as it's gonna get for today. And appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Drive safe. Bye.